Go, YouTube. Number 2, I'm doing these in short order. This is my top 10 albums that are pure awesome or influential, or I can't remember exactly how it was worded. I'm putting them on Facebook, and I'm going to release one of these videos every day, but I'll probably just do them all just now, assuming that I don't get bored. So they're not in any order, but Jesus Christ Superstar, the original one from 1970, I think. This isn't my actual record. Well, it's my record, but this is the box set one, just which I bought afterwards. The actual original one, I remember, had a Radio 4th sticker on it. It was really scratchy. But this album was, I remember it was Gavin from the band Carnival I was in, was saying, "Oh, have you not heard the Ian Gillan one?" I was like, "What?" And this is the one. Ian Gillan as the singer, as Jesus in it. I mean, I remember watching the film in music at school, or being made to watch it, and actually really liking it. But in hindsight, looking back at it, this has got better versions of pretty much all the songs on it. And as well, I mean, the Jesus in the film is awesome. The music's actually, some of it's very similar, but it's got the Jesus is a sort of wimpy, pathetic sort of, and it's like, what is this? Ian Gillan singing Jesus, so it's much, much better. These are all sort of relatively famous folks. Actually, this one's actually got I'll just hold up so you can read it. They're all quite. There's Yvonne Elliman. She made it into the film. Murray Head, I believe, was he in Manfred Mann or something like that? I don't know. But awesome, superbly heavy album. The film is amazing as well. The film's got a couple of bits cut out of it, and there was a problem with all the religious folk, because in this, Jesus just dies at the end. It doesn't have the resurrection in it, so all the religious folk thought it was pure blasphemous. So when it came out in the film, it's got another song tagged on, which is shit. Could we start again, please? It's not good enough to be on this album. The film does have another extra song, which would be amazing if it was on this, but it's not. If I was making up a tape or a CD for the car, I would put this extra song on. I can't remember exactly what it's called. It was What About the Romans? Do you think that they do? But then it's got a guy with a really deep voice. It's awesome. I don't know if does this have stuff inside it? You get a book and stuff. I'm just not really that sure, because this one's the record. So it's a double album, and you get shit pictures of Jesus drawn by children. Yeah, why? And I believe it might actually even have all the lyrics in it. I think that's actually why I bought this box. The box set, because it's got the lyrics in it. Maybe it doesn't. That very much reminds me of the drawing on the back of Black Sabbath Heaven and Hell, actually. Yeah. So, right, I mean, Overture, it's just stick on the Overture. Well, find it online, but make sure it's this version. Overture's stunning. Heaven in Their Minds, Strange. What's the buzz term? Everything's alright. They're all good. Jesus Must Die. Ho ho. All good. There's only the one bit which I wasn't that keen on, which is the second last song, which is the Crucifixion, which unfortunately has just quite a lot of distant screaming and nails getting hammered into the cross, which isn't the best thing for listening to in the car. But this original one, well, not, as I said, my Radio 4th record version, which was a bit more scratchy than this. At the time, so that must have been, let's say, about 1999, something like that. I would probably have bought that. And at the time, used to buy cassettes in a Guthrie's, which is a shop down in Kirky, and they were blue, navy blue, transparent perspex cassettes, and I think it was $4 for £1. It was $4 for £1 if you bought C60s, or $3 for £1 if you bought C90s. So I used to copy all my records onto tape for the car, because you didn't get. I think I actually did have a CD player in the car, but I didn't have a CD burner in the car. So I used to listen to tapes, and I made a cassette version of this album on a blue tape, and I gave one to Peg, and my pal Peg, and he listened to it every single day on the way to work for about a year, and I was the same. It was just that you just put it on in the car, and it would just run through, and because it was a tape, it didn't start at the start again, so it just started wherever it was you left it, whenever the last time you get out of the car, and it's just mind-blowingly good. And I mean, I can sing along with this like all the way. It's absolutely stunning. I remember getting a bit pissed, or drunk even, and my girlfriend was over and singing this at her at full volume, aggressively, for the whole thing. Just like, shaking her, and it was like, she was laughing though. I don't think she was scared, but it was I was pissed. And it's the worst thing to do when someone's aggressively singing Jesus Christ Superstar at you is to laugh, which means that you just did it even more. So, JC Superstar, absolutely, what a superstar album. It's fantastic. Rock and roll. So, next one coming up.